Hi, everyone. I'm your host, Charlene Shirk, and welcome to Digital Champions, where we speak to some of the most innovative thinkers in the digital space. And joining us today from Santa Monica, California, is Alex Sheinman with Snapback Agency. Alex, thanks so much for joining us today on Digital Champions.
Thanks for having me, Charlene. It's good to
I
be
think
here.
this is going to be a great interview because I think everybody is wondering what's the recipe in the secret sauce of what you do. So first, tell folks what it is you do there at Snapback Agency.
For sure. Yeah, well, we're excited to chat today. And to kick things off, Snapback Agency is a talent management company where we're representing some of the top digital first creators in and around sports and entertainment. And what we do is we take a talent that may have a large social following and we connect them to brands, we connect them to content partners, we help with strategic partnerships, and we really help build their business. Traditionally, agencies, or they still are representing, an athlete or an actor or actress. We're doing very similar work, right? We're taking someone who has a specialty or has, a talent, and we're helping them build their business to, really help them, enable them to do what they really want to do.
And so I noticed you didn't use the word influencer, but yet a lot of the descriptors kind of fit the influencer. Why is that?
It's a good question. I don't think I didn't use it on purpose, but I think the word influencer sometimes gets a bad rap. Like if you ask someone who's in a more traditional business, they think, you can't make a living being an influencer. You can't make a living in this space. I mean, the answer is that they're wrong, but it does sometimes get just a bad rap, the word influencer. And one of my clients, actually, she says this, which I really like. It's like, you could be an influencer, but what are you really influencing? Like what are you impacting? And that's a lot of what we focus on with our clients. What is your influence? How are you going to use your platform for good? How are you going to actually make a difference in your specific category?
Right. And sometimes making that difference is generating revenue for the influencer or the talent, we'll call them. Let's call them talent for that sake. Because I understand what you're saying. I think influencer today, you say that people kind of, they eye roll, but I think that they're missing the point that this talent is now becoming a representative of a brand, much like, brands used to spend big money and still do on big names. But today it's, with testimonials and personal referrals, it's become it's kind of a guerrilla word of mouth kind of marketing. And these folks should not be discounted because they are truly making an impact when it comes to the brand's bottom line.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some of the biggest brands in the world today are all spending, with talent, with digital talent, with influencers. You look at some of the biggest campaigns that are happening, and they're including an influencer budget, an influencer campaign as part of it, because if they're not, then they're not reaching, a younger audience. They're not keeping up with, what's happening in culture or lifestyle or sport or entertainment. So it's become pretty pivotal, and we've seen that, and we're trying to be pretty aggressive in working with some of these top brands, and they're coming to us too because a lot of them are trying to learn how to best work with influencers, with talent, integrate on social, all that stuff.
So let me ask you this. I had someone reach out and they have brought on, a host of influencers to help them with their company. And they said that, but now one of their staff members is spending half her time now managing the influencers and the content flow going in. So can you talk a little bit about that side of it? That, yeah, it's great to bring these folks on, but now you have to manage that side of it, getting that content and making sure it's on brand, making sure it's on time.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know the full details of that situation, but I think it is work. And actually, the companies that are leaning into it and saying it is going to be work to integrate an influencer, to bring influencers into a campaign or a project or a program. And the work, I think, will, show for itself in the performance. The companies that are taking more of a passive approach, that are just saying, all right, we'll pay the influencer, we're not really going to be hands-on, or we're just going to kind of watch and see what happens. I don't think those are that successful. Just as, a company is going to spend a lot of time filming a commercial or doing, if they did sign a big athlete or a, movie star, they're going to spend a lot of time. They should honestly be thinking the same with influencers, but totally understand, because it's a new space, it's a new world. So the time spent might look a little different. It might be you're on Instagram, you're on TikTok, you're on YouTube, and the company's trying to figure out how to use the platform. But I think companies should see it that it's going to take time, and that they should invest, time, resources, capital into this space.
And Alex, we are technically out of time, but I'm going to sneak in one last question. If you think you are a talent and you have what it takes, what should they do? What can an agency like Snapback Agency do for you to get you to that next level?
The biggest thing we can do is really help you build a business. And we're doing that in several ways. We're connecting you to brands. We're connecting you to the platforms, whether it's a Snapchat, a YouTube, a TikTok. And then we're helping with strategic partnerships as well. We've been able to create businesses with our talent. A good example is we created a ghost kitchen restaurant with one of our clients that's now in 50 plus cities, 50 plus locations, doing really well. We created a female empowerment brand for one of our clients, and we're helping our creators build stuff that they're passionate about, right? So you don't have to partner with the food brand. You can create your own food brand. You don't have to partner with the female businesses. You can create your own female business. And we're really focused on helping our clients do that. And I think that's the future of the creator economy, creator-led businesses. You see it with Mr. Beast. You see it with the Nelk Boys. You see it with some of these massive creators, and I think that's going to be more mainstream in a few years for sure.
Alex said the creator economy. That was the buzzword, the creator economy. Well, Alex, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today on Digital Champions and share your insight into this new, really creative and growing field for folks to really, truly be able to connect with brands and for brands to connect with this kind of talent. We so appreciate you. Thanks so much.
Of course. Thank you, Charlene. It's great to meet and great to be here.
It's our pleasure. And if you'd like to learn more about what they're doing at Snapback Agency, you can check them out first by going to dailyadbrief.com. Well, I'm your host, Charlene Shirk. Thank you so much for joining us today on Digital Champions, and we look forward to learning something new with you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.